Hi everyone, I'm Xylo Aria. I have a Launchpad X which I am going to go through how to use with you, and by the end of this video you should know how to use pretty much every function that it has available. So let's get started. So the Launchpad X is a great tool to use with Ableton. There are a lot of cool settings on it, so I'll just run through them with you to show you how to use it all. So there are a few different modes that you can use here. So there's the session mode, there's the note mode, and there is custom mode. So in the session mode, you will see everything that's loaded up in your session view. So if I go into session view here, you can see that there are only 3 clips in here. So if you play any of these, this kind of launches your scenes for you. So now that's launched those 3 clips in there. And if you, play the next 8, it just launches all the rest of your scenes. So there's nothing there, so nothing is playing. And then if you press this session again, it turns into a mixer. So this is really cool. There's some settings here that you can use. So if you go into arrangement view, you can see this a bit better. So if you're playing your session, now if I have these playing, then if I go into volume, these are basically volume faders. So for these 3 tracks, so 1, 2, 3, I can turn the volume down completely, or I can turn them up. So they're really cool. And then here you can pan the tracks. So there's the 8 tracks that are lit up. So say I wanted to pan the first track hard right, I can do that. Second track hard left, third right, third hard right again, or just center them back. So you can do that. And then these are sends. So there is send A and send B. So send A is a reverb. So if you want to send reverb to the first track, you can do that. Second track, third track, turn them down again. And then the second send, which is delay, you can do that as well. And then with your stop clip, it shows you the clips that are playing, and then you can easily stop them all. But I will play them again. And then if you go back into mixer, there is also mute and solo. So mute just basically mutes the different tracks. With solo, by pressing these, you can solo the different tracks as well. And then with your record, then you can arm each track for recording as well. So that is your session and your mixer. When you long press that, there's a few different functions that come up. There is the LED, the velocity, the aftertouch, and the fader mode. So this is the LED, so you can turn your LED down, turn it up. This is your input and output. You can change those, and then this puts your LED to sleep. And then in your velocity, you can change how sensitive your pads are to velocities with low, medium, and high. Or you can turn off velocity sensitivity altogether. And then you can go into the aftertouch. So not all instruments are going to have that enabled. So there's a few different settings. Again, you can turn that off or turn it on, and there's low, medium, and high on there as well. And then your faders, you can, so those faders we had in our mixers for volume panning and everything like that, you can either have them velocity sensitive, or you can turn that off as well. The next thing is note mode. So there's a few ways that you can set this up. I think by default it is in a chromatic scale, but you can easily change this. So if you long press note, this changes from chromatic or gives you a few other options. So this is scale mode, and then there is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll show you what that means. So when it's in scale mode, if you go back, then each one of these is the 8 notes within your scale. So it's goes up by octaves. And then if we go into note mode, we press 2, then basically it will go up every 2. So but then if we change that to 3, then it goes up by 3. So you can set that up how you want it. So it's scale 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then if you want to choose your scale, you can do that as well. So say we have it on scale. This gives you all the different scales that you can choose from. So I'll put up the image which shows you which scales are available. The first one is a minor scale. So you can choose which scale, and then you can choose your bass note up here. So This is your keyboard, so these are your white notes, these 5 are your black notes. So the first one, so say we want a minor and we want an A minor, so all the white notes are lit up, so that's an A minor scale. But if we want a major, like if we select major and then select C, then it's a C major because all the white notes are turned on as well. And then this section here changes your output of your MIDI. So if you want your MIDI to go out of a different track, but you have a few different tracks that are enabled to record, you can change that down here as well. So that's your note setting. So say we leave it as A minor. And then the other thing is custom. So that is kind of set up like a drum rack. So if we go into this, it's set up as a drum rack. But you can really easily change what custom mode does. So in your custom mode, you have your drum rack and your note mode with 4 different octaves stacked on top of each other. And then you've got 2 separate pages as well. So if you go into Novation components, you can go into Launchpad X, and then that will load up. And then you can go to create custom mode and you can see that that's empty. So if I put in some keys down here and a drum pad up here or something, and then I say send to Launchpad and then select the 3rd page because I'm on the 3rd one here, then it does that for you. So as you can see, there's so many different things that you can do. You can add another one here, but I hope that gives you a good overview, and you can use the Launchpad X to its best capacity. So if you found that useful, please subscribe to our channel and we can keep making some more great videos. So thanks for watching and bye.